Being a 90s baby, growing up around that time was just trash. There was hardly anything to do but play outside. And even still, playing outside was a 50-50 because it's not like we all had phones back in the day like y'all do now. So if I wanted to play outside with my friend that lived in the next neighborhood over, I would have to go to his house, knock on the door, and see if he could come out. And if he couldn't come out, I would have to do that walk of shame. Then I would have to walk all the way back to my house, explain to my mom why I'm back in the house after I just left, and then find something else to do. And even on a good day, if my friend did come outside, guess what? We would have to be in before the streetlights came on. And if I wasn't, my mama would have beat me so bad my ancestors would have felt sorry for me. Another thing that made my generation trash to grow up in was the cell phones. See, y'all youngins nowadays, y'all got your little touchable screens and 5Gs and whatnots. But me though? Nah, buddy. My very first cell phone was called a Firefly, and it only had 4 buttons on it. A answer, a hang up, a mom button, and a dad button. And since y'all already know the color of my skin, I'm pretty sure y'all already know which button I use more than the other. And to make this cell phone even worse, it only ran off 2G. Some of y'all niggas don't even know what that is, bro. I could only use 2G to send text messages, bro. If I ever wanted to make a phone call, guess what? I'd have to use that house phone. Some of y'all ain't never even seen a house phone before. Oh, and let me tell you, if you got more than one house phone, you better make sure ain't nobody listening to your conversation on the other house phone, because apparently that was a thing. Yeah, you could be pillow talking with your shorty from back in school, and your mom could be peeping on your whole conversation. But once I got a little older, my gear upgraded, and your boy got a singular. Now I can probably see the looks on y'all faces. Singular? What's a singular? This nigga old as hell. Yeah, a singular, bro. I had me a little minute phone, and it's exactly what you think it is. You pay for minutes so you can call people. But since I was a youngin' with no job, my mama was supplying me with my minutes. So once I ran out, that was it. And speaking of singular, my Nokia singular was indestructible. The only thing that's harder than diamond is a Nokia cell phone. You want to drill to the center of the earth? Slap a Nokia cell phone at the end of that bitch. A bully challenged you to a fight after school, but you can't fight? You guessed it. Go get a gun. Another flaw with these old phones is that they couldn't download anything. So that led us to record almost everything. Oh, you like that song you listening to? All right, cool. Go ahead and put your phone next to the speaker and record it. Or you want to leave a voicemail on your phone, so when you don't pick it up, somebody knows why you can't get to the phone? Record one.
Can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave your name and a brief message, I'll be sure to get back to you. Holla.
Now, I've talked bad about my generation for long enough now. Let me get into the reason why growing up in my generation is better than growing up in yours. And here's one of the major reasons why my generation is better than yours. Blockbusters. Y'all youngins will never understand the overwhelming joy that just going to Blockbusters would bring me. Even if we didn't get nothing, just walking into the store with that stale plastic air smell was enough to make me happy. And I also find this very weird. Growing up, I distinctly remember there being like this adult section in our Blockbusters growing up, and it had been irking me so bad to the point where I had to ask my friends or people close in age to me, do they remember an adult section in Blockbusters? Some said yes, some said no. But for the ones that do remember Blockbusters, y'all tell me whether or not if I'm tripping or not, bro. Do y'all remember this? Another thing that stood out to me as better than y'all generation is our TV shows. Hands down, the 90s and early 2000s had some of the best TV shows, and it didn't matter what network you was on. We had American Dragon, Danny Phantom, Dexter's Laboratory, Recess, Samurai Jack, Gargoyles, and Spider-Man 1994, just to name a few bangers. Especially for Spider-Man 1994, I was a little fiend for that TV show. It had immaculate squabbles, and it had top-tier fine shits, all bundled together in outstanding lore and an amazing story. The only bad thing I can remember about this TV show is that it used to come on at like 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. And around then, it would be my bedtime. So for some nights, I would have to sneak and watch it. But my mama is no fool. I had gotten in trouble way too many times for just staying up and watching TV late. So one day when she picked me up to take us home, I go into my room and my TV's gone. Another goated TV show back then was Reading Rainbow. And every time I heard this little intro beat, I knew it was time to lock in. Take a look It's in a book, a reading rainbow. This show has a very special place in my heart. He taught me how to make a pizza from scratch, and he taught me how to say hello in Italian. Not only was the intro song one of the most nostalgic things ever, you could come here and learn something and have fun doing it. Another reason why my generation is hands down better than yours are because of the movies. They don't make them like they used to. The movies I remember most back then were, of course, Toy Story, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Shrek, Finding Nemo, and Babe. Especially Babe. And before I wrap up the 90s and early 2000s generation, do y'all remember ever putting y'all outfit up like the day before school? The pants, the shirt, the shoes? Do y'all remember doing that? And now it's time to get to the nitty gritty, the Gen Alphas. And I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Y'all little niggas are the most tech savvy out of all the generations. I'll give it to you. Just the other day, I'm chopping it up with my little cousin and she showed me something on the computer that I didn't even know what she was talking about. But outside of being good at technology, shit, that's it. Y'all movies are trash. And before you say anything, just know Snow White 2025 is a thing. That's one of the most garbage doodle trash movies I have ever seen. I even called up my bank to try to get my money back because the movie theater wouldn't give me a refund. Another topic is P. Diddy. Now I know he's not your generation and he's really not mine, but what he is a freak and he got arrested in y'all generation. Another thing y'all youngins would never be able to experience anymore nowadays is drive-in movie theaters. I remember growing up, I had a drive-in movie theater just down the street from me called the Starlight growing up in Atlanta. And now I don't think there's any more drive-in movie theaters for real. Y'all wouldn't understand the excitement of going to a red box either. Y'all most likely don't even know what a red box is. Just imagine a vending machine that gives you movies or video games. And speaking of vending machines, I'm willing to bet some of these Gen Alphas have never seen a tattoo vending machine before. And it's exactly what it is. You put your 4 quarters in there, you get your tattoo out and put some water over it, peel that thing off, and boom, you're a tough guy now. Another thing that I don't get about the young folks generation is their obsession with TikTok. I tried it, I downloaded it, I just couldn't get into it. I also don't like watching short form content. For me, growing up, if I wanted to watch YouTube, I would just tune in to Markiplier, PewDiePie, The Rad Brad, and Corey Extension, just to name a few. And last but not least, to end this video off, do y'all remember that dress that was blue and black, but a lot of people were saying it was gold and white? Like there's no way, bro. I'm convinced the people that said it wasn't blue and black was just doing it for attention, because there's no way this is not blue and black. And to end this video off, do y'all remember ever doing that fancy S in classroom just for no reason at all? Like I can vividly remember putting this S all over my books and binders just because. And that's it for today's video. If I missed some things from the older generation and if I missed some things from the newer generation, let me know down in the comments. And y'all also let me know which generation is better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta put my good dentures in because it's bingo night tonight. They're serving applesauce. Also, sorry for the shitty upload schedule, y'all. Life is lifing right now, and I'm just trying to do the best with what I got. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.